Hello and welcome to Theorycraft. My name is Anders, and this time around we're going to be looking at overpass. Although I managed to misplace my webcam, I've got a new microphone and also a new PC from Intel, which is super cool. I'll tell you more about the PC later on in a different video, but it's kind of a monstrous PC. Intel lost their minds and sent me quite an OP machine, but I'm very excited about it. It makes the videos here better quality and also with the rendering a lot faster. So anyway, overpass is the topic here for today, and we're gonna try and look at a bunch of different things. I'll start up on the A side of the map, and if you're new to Theorycraft, which some of you may be, the idea is basically just to come up with theories, new things for people to try out and test, while I'll try and explain a little bit about why I've come up with the things. So I want to add some context as well to the things and not just sort of throw out, random grenades all over the place. So, a very common occurrence, if you are on the terrorist side, is you'll run into CTs that are holding from the first rock or second rock, and sometimes from down here with the AWP. It might be a combination of both, and sometimes you will be up here boosted up. So I've come up with a couple of different ways to try and break that kind of hold. The first one is very, very easy. If you run and stand on the giraffe, even if it's not there, and look at the decal right there, you can get a very easy jump throw in, and the grenade will bounce up and sort of, even if they're standing up here or down here, hit them right in the face, and it'll be very annoying. In a similar way, if you're standing on the box here and you look at the second part of the fence, the second, I don't know, link at the fence, what is this called? Spike. The second spike, let's say. Second spike in the fence, and you look on somewhere at the top of this rock or this slab here in the wall, and you just put a Molotov over. Super simple stuff, and it'll burn out anyone who's standing behind here. It works really well, obviously, if you throw the Molotov and then have a teammate peeking from down here, shooting at whoever is trying to run out of the fire. You guys can figure all of this out on your own. There are also some cool sort of pop flashes you can throw if you use this part of the wall here. I really enjoy this. They sort of bounce right out, and they're very annoying to deal with, obviously. I had fun doing this anyway. But you can also, because Overpass is a wonderful map that has very few skyboxes and also very few clip brushes, it means you can sort of jump up on people and actually look behind the trees, see if anyone's there. If you have a scout, you can shoot them. NBK, Chris J, someone, I'd love to see someone test this. You've got to be careful because obviously the CTs like to hold close here. They like to hold in the connectors. You can't spend all day just running around trying to throw grenades and jump over the wall. You will definitely get caught. But, these are all just tricks, so you can test them out if you want. If you're on the CT side, and let's say you're not fighting over here, but you actually want to take even more control, you will see some CTs run up here with an AWP and try and take a quick shot and then sort of run back. You guys have all seen that in the pro games. So I had an idea about this. What if you spawn here, you run and you sort of line up the grenade, and then you run and throw. So it's on the left-hand side of the tree, and a smoke will land right there. Now, if you're a CT and you're pushing aggressively, the terrorist coming up here will have a pretty big disadvantage running through the smoke. They won't be able to see much until they're sort of, all the way out of it. Then they would have to try and throw maybe some flashbangs as they come out and hope that they can make it, but it's not that easy, actually. So I think that smoke from CT spawn could be fun, even though a lot of pro teams will try and avoid using the sort of the running jump throw because it's a little bit scary. You can get it wrong. This one, I think, actually works all right. I can do it most of the time anyway, without the script. No scripts involved in doing this. So test it out. Show me if you can make it work. Now, if you failed that, if you've lost control of the restrooms, you've lost control of long, you've also lost control of everywhere else, and you're just holding on the A-bomb site. A lot of terrorist teams now will try and put down 3 smokes, which are essentially these 3, creating a wall of smokes and allowing them to plant in what has become the very default bomb planting spot on this map. Now, sorry, if you have been watching previous videos, you'll know that it's sort of a pet hate of mine when people start planting all in the same spot. Obviously, the defaulting planting spots are great. There's a reason why they're sort of default, is because they offer a lot of utility. But I also think if everyone does it too much, then it becomes very predictable, and I want to come up with counters for it. So here is the normal counter that people do. First of all, they will maybe try and stand in this corner and sort of shoot at people, which is definitely a viable option. The problem is your angle is very tight, and it's very hard to hit people perfectly, especially if they're standing in the corner like this. the angle that they have to shoot back at, I mean, they can just shoot like this and they will hit you very quickly. So you're a much easier target than they are, essentially. So that's a problem. If you're standing in this corner, which is the other one that people used for a while, you know, the smoke would sort of go up in front of you, and people would just stay here anyway and shoot through once they heard the bomb going down. Good idea, but now all the terrorist teams will check this, either with HE grenades or Molotovs, or probably just shoot through, and you'll die. Wow, I need some drink. One sec. Right, so following that, if the smoke is down, and you've got nothing better to do anyway than wait for backup or for the smoke to disappear, I thought, because you end up on the other side of this truck a lot, if you look at this decal and sort of look at the top of this building, which is, you can still see over the smoke, you go back here, you look at the top of the building and throw a grenade, it'll bounce down into the face of whoever is planting. Same is true if it's a Molotov. And I thought that was great. I like this idea. Means anyone who's trying to put the bomb down is going to be on fire. If you have a teammate showing up as well from the B-bomb site, and you sort of you manage to coordinate this in time, you throw the one and he throws this one, which is, you know, line yourself up against the container or anywhere really. Just quickly jump up here, look between the two tracks and put the grenade down, and it should bounce down and dish enough damage that actually your grenade combined with this one will kill anyone planting. So try that. It's not 100%. I make it sound very easy. There are a lot of other things you have to worry about once this whole attack is going down. You can't just, you know, spend all day throwing grenades, but now you know how to do it if you needed to. If you're in this position and you just want to help someone who's on the B-bomb site, a way to do it would be to stand and hit the decal first, then look at this crossing of wires, and your smoke should be landing so that it helps out defending the slope here. So if you are a lone B defender, your teammates in A can help you out, and you just have to hold this angle, and if they come for the smoke, well, maybe you have a bit of an advantage there. Now, the scenario that I just described is roughly one that involves a 3-on-3, which is very common on this map. You know, you're down to 3 people on either team, and the terrorist team will try and pull a fake. So they'll stand outside here, they'll throw a couple of grenades, and then they'll try and run back. By the time the smokes have gone, they are essentially right on this ramp, and the sole B defender will just have a lot of trouble defending because there are too many people coming. So the smoke could be one way of helping you out. Another way, if you see that it's a fake, if you catch it, let's say you have someone playing, you know, close here, and he just says, well, yeah, they've thrown the grenades, but no one's coming. Well, then, guy playing truck can very easily jump up onto the truck here, look at the top of the wall, and just sort of run and throw, and you'll hit a grenade that actually Molotovs out anyone trying to get around the corner, which is very cool. Very situational, but I still like the idea that you can actually throw grenades from top to bottom here. But there is an even better way, which I was very excited about. If you stand in this corner and then look at this particular decal, you can jump and throw, and it'll land down in the doorway, which is very hard to get by, right? If you're coming down here with 30 seconds left and suddenly you run into that is not a good time. Again, that's a very easy grenade. Again, it's a jumping one, but it's actually very easy to hit. If you stand in the corner, look at this tiny decal here. It's like a little black decal there, and just jump and throw. And it's pretty much 100%. I don't think I've missed it even once. So, definitely do that. Yeah, I'd love to see someone testing that. If you're the B defender and you end up in this position, I feel like more teams or more players should try and use the ceiling to throw grenades with, because it bounces down nicely like this, as opposed to trying to sort of, you know, bounce a grenade off of here. It's a lot less reliable in my opinion. This ceiling here is very easy to throw grenades from, and it can also work with flashbangs if you wanted to. Say you're over here and you feel like they might be coming monster. Throwing this particular flashbang could be a little bit tricky. Maybe, well, first of all, it could get stuck, but even if not that, even if you just throw it like this, it's not always clear that it's, you know, it still does stay airborne for a while. If you use the ceiling, sometimes it'll be, I think, a bit of a surprise to anyone doing it, and you can sort of run out, well, that was a surprise to me. You can sort of run up behind it as well, try and shoot people. And yes, you can tell they will see like a very, very quick flashbang coming down and popping. I like it anyway. Maybe it has limited use. I think it's funny. Another thing that you could do, if you're standing in this corner, this particular flashbang is also kind of cool. Bounces down and ends up flashing, hopefully anyone coming through here. You can see it's actually airborne. Very short amount of time for them if they're running on this corner. They'll just sort of see it coming in. And it also flashes anyone standing in this corner in case they are. Obviously, it's sort of similar to this grenade anyway. It's not a big difference, but I kind of like it. It's like, it has like style points, doesn't it? It bounces down and out and everything. I don't know. Another thing, and this is hard. I tested this with the speed. You can tell how fast your model is going. If you come out of these tunnels, right, and you just sort of jump in like this, you'll have a certain move speed. And someone standing up here, let's say they have an AWP and they're sort of looking to get a quick shot as you come out. The fastest way that I can tell, unless you're some sort of godlike bunny jumper who can like get a crazy jump in here, which I don't even know if you can, is actually to run up against the wall and then sort of glide out. You know, if you jump in here, the model will be pushed out due to the curvature of the tunnel, and that actually adds more speed than you might think. So you're sort of jumping out like this. I've tested it with a friend, and it actually is a noticeable difference in my opinion. So I don't know, maybe give you like a slight edge somewhere. Anyway, I thought about that. Do it if you want to. If you're down here again on the CT side and you're defending, try and see if you can throw a grenade through this thing and have it bounce out. Mostly because it'd be funny if someone actually made it work. If you're up here, you know, the grenades are sort of coming out of the ground. Nobody likes that. And, yeah, I just think it'd be funny if someone actually got a kill here. So try and do that. It'll make me really happy, guys. That's going to leave us with almost the last thing. Not quite the last thing, because we do always have a community challenge at the end. Something I want you guys to do to upset the matchmaking world. But we'll get to that in just a second. Now, here's what I want. First of all, you can stand on this door inside of the connector. Good fun. Have a teammate boost you up. You'll get, I think, a bit of a surprise. And anyone coming down here, no one will expect you to be on the door. I mean, if you're coming down here, your feet are going to show by, you know, you can be spotted here. You can't really see people just yet. It's still not a great position. If someone's coming up from the other side, they can see you very easily and you can't see them. So, you know, do with it as you please. Now, the really cool thing is that you can stand on the other side. And I will need my trusty bots here. Say you have a teammate, all he needs to do is stand like this. You jump up on him and up on the door. And now you're sort of looking into the B-bomb side, right? All good fun and games. But here's where the fun really becomes and where the concept of clip brushes starts to come into play again. If your teammate actually gets up on the door, and yeah, now he's on the door. There we go. Thanks. You can boost up on the top of this teammate too. And that offers some very interesting things. I'll show you the clip brushes here because they are kind of exciting. These are clip brushes, all of them, all the red ones are places you can't boost, and you can tell, maybe you can tell, there's sort of a brush that goes above the hut here, which means you can't go up, but there's none across the, or on top of the door. So, if I go up here, let's say he's crouched and I'm jumping up on him, and I end up here, then I can just, I mean, you can edge your way out as much as you want. Eventually, you can get out all the way on the side, and look what I can see from up here. A lot of it into the B-bomb site. Pretty big viewing angle, and also into the entrance of the B-bomb site. Very cool, right? The boost is back on overpass. Who doesn't love a good overpass boost? I'm hoping this won't be removed. It takes 3 people to do it. It takes a while to master it. It's also a huge risk. They can easily see you from inside the bomb site. If they're looking and you're jumping around like a moron up there, you will absolutely get caught very quickly. You can sort of see people there. And obviously, if this guy jumping up on top of this guy, you'll see him very easily from inside this bomb site. One good grenade out and suddenly everything falls apart. Also, people very often end up jumping here. So, you know, one jump from a CT and they'll see it. It's a high risk play, and potentially the reward could be nothing, or it could be huge if you do it just right. So that's it. that's the thing that I'm the most proud of. For some weird reason, this door stops working when someone is on top of it, so I don't know why. It is also quite possible to stand. Let's try and see if I can get the model right. But if someone is standing in the corner, I actually put this guy a little bit through, but never mind. if you're standing in this corner, you can actually stand so that your model doesn't go through the wall, and also you can't see their feet. So if you come out of here and the door is open, you're just going to be almost not... So you have to be here and looking up to see them. So you can actually stand in this corner a lot. And again, people can't close or open the door, so... Yeah, there are ways to hide there as well. Obviously, it only works from one angle. The other angle here, people see you very quickly, but you'll see them first. So play with this door is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of fun stuff that can happen. Which now leaves us with the community challenge, which I promised you guys. Now, so this is something I want you guys to do in matchmaking, and I want you to tweet me the demos of you doing the YouTube clips of it. Show me where you do it, and it'll be funny. Just put it on YouTube, and we'll have a good time. The idea is to headshot someone running past this particular spot here. Now, the way we're going to do that is by spawning in T-spawn. You buy an AWP, run straight away, tell your teammates to get out the way. You sit here. You look at these 3 nails, disregard the bottom one, these 3 nails on the wooden plank here, the wooden board. Look in between them and take a shot. And then once you get here, you quickly turn around, zoom, you count 1, 2, 3, and you shoot. Because that roughly fits with the timing of when someone's going to be running throughout past here. And it will be, you know, a great headshot height right there. This is a 1 in 100 million shot. If you make this shot, probably get Overwatch banned almost immediately. That did not hit for some reason. You really should. Oh, okay. I put the model in the wrong place. You see, even as I'm lining it up, it's turning out to be impossible. But I want you guys to try anyway. Vendetta and I have been trying for a long time, and we failed every single time. I've had 2 games where I have been very close, but not close enough. Anyway, if it's not a teammate but an enemy, it'll be an instant headshot, and they will die very quickly. And all of them will report you, and you will be a hero amongst all your matchmaking friends until you get Overwatch banned. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Try it. I don't think even a single one of you will do it, but if you do, I'll be very impressed. And that's pretty much it for Overpass. I've got some other things on this map. This, I think, is one of the least developed maps in terms of, like, the current metagame, which is very cool. It's super fun to watch and fun to see how people come up with new things. So I want you guys to do the same thing and show me how some or all of this works. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm, you know, not figured something out. And thanks for watching. I hope you guys will follow me on Twitter, of course, and keep tuning into these videos here. Tell me what you'd like to see in the future, and I'll try and make it true. But for now, that's it. Have a nice day or evening or whatever it is, and I'll catch you next time.